All right, well, we're not in the bar. We're at the barn with Misty Coolidge. She is the face behind main mixologist in Coolidge Family Farm, which is in New Gloucester. She's going to be mixing up some spring cocktails for us today. What are you making for us?
Well, good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening when you're viewing this. Happy spring. I wanted to craft a couple of cocktails. It's April and May. There is blossoms going to be coming out. The grass is coming out. I wanted to have something really fun and refreshing for you today. So we're going to make a lavender martini, which is so delicious, one of my favorites. I love working with fresh herbs, and I have a lavender plant that I just picked up at a greenhouse this morning, and some mint we're going to make a julep, considering Kentucky Derby is right around the corner.
Oh,
so,
all right,
so first one is the martini. So you just take a shaker, fill it full of ice. I'm going to put in, it's a vanilla vodka. I love Absolute, just my thing. I want to fill that, you do your normal pour. Make a generous one since it's your birthday.
Thank you.
This is lavender syrup. It's a little thick,
okay.
But it does have my fresh lavender in it. It just takes a little bit of time for it to come out because it is a nice thick syrup.
And so what is that exactly?
It's just simple syrup boiled with lavender and sugar. And that's it, just water, sugar, and lavender.
Okay.
I put a little bit of food coloring in it because obviously you want that purple because it normally wouldn't be that purple. So I would like the color of it. So it's really fun and exciting.
And I'm sure people can use whatever vodka they want to use.
Yes, absolutely. That's just one of my favorites, but there's tons of flavored vanilla vodkas out there. And then I love Nellie and Joe's fruit juices because they're really refreshing and they really taste like they're fresh squeezed. The lime juice and the lemon juice. So I'm going to just put a couple squirts of that in because you don't want to have too much because you don't want it to be bitter.
Yeah.
And that's it. So we just shake it really well.
Feeling like spring already in here.
Yeah. And it smells so good. This is your glass.
Look at that. That is so pretty.
And I'm going to give you some fresh lavender.
Ooh, fancy.
Yes, I love clipping it off of a fresh plant when I have an event.
Look
so
at that.
give that a little sippy sip.
Okay, little taste test. Here we go, moment of truth.
Yay.
Ooh.
Isn't that so good?
That is so good.
It's so refreshing. It's creamy. The smell of the vanilla and the lavender combined is just beautiful.
It kind of tastes like candy. So.
Kind of tastes like heaven. Yeah. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. No, that is so good. So good.
Amazing, amazing. All right, next we're going to make a mint julep, which is one of my favorites because I love bourbon. I'm a bourbon girl. And it's only 4 ingredients, so it's really easy to make. However, 2 of the ingredients are hard to find, one being sugar cubes. Who has a sugar cube at their house? Not very many people. So I just like using a sugar packet. I use Truvia because it's plant-based and it's healthier for you.
Okay.
And then, of course, you've got mint. It usually takes probably 3 or 4 sprigs of fresh mint. I'm going to put 4 in there.
All right.
Get that in there. I use, it takes 2 cubes, so I'm going to use 2 packets.
Okay.
So put that in there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of bourbon in there just to muddle it because we want to release the mint like effervescence. So we want to muddle that in there nicely to release all that. Yep. And then with the liquid, it helps do that. All right, so I'm going to pour in the rest of my bourbon. And then the other hard part is crushed ice. Like, who has crushed ice? Unless your refrigerator actually makes it, which mine does not. So I actually crushed some ice this morning, especially for this. And just fill up your glass with crushed ice. Of course, it's all frozen and stuck together.
So it's literally just mint, sugar, and bourbon.
Yeah,
That's
it's
it.
so easy.
So simple.
Yeah. And then you stir it because you want to make it the bourbon nice and chilled and release that mint throughout the bourbon.
I bet that crushed ice does make a difference.
It does. It's harder to stir big cubes, obviously. So there's your mint. And I brought a couple of fancy straws that I'm going to cut for you to have a sip of.
Thank you.
So there you are.
Okay. Moment of truth again. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's good.
Simple and refreshing. I love what the mint does to the bourbon. So it's really delicious.
That's awesome. These are great. So we will have the recipe, instructions, all of that right on the 207 section of our website. Thank you so much
Thank you for
doing
coming
this
back
for
and
us.
happy birthday,
Thank
girl.
you so much.
I love having you guys here. Such a pleasure.
We'll be right back.